Alright, good morning. We're continuing our new methods with our new methods of factoring trinomials. Today we are going to factor a kind of different type of trinomials. By the way, trinomial means three-term expressions. Three-term expressions. So what's the difference from the Friday's class then? It was a trinomial as well, right? So what's special today? What is new? You have factors, things like this on Friday, right? Now, what is the difference? What are we factoring today? Anyone notice the difference?
The X has a number in front of it.
Very good. Perfect. We have, when I give you a trinomial action in a test, you should always check out what is the first number in front of x squared. We call it the leading coefficient. What is the leading coefficient? If it's 1, you can relieve because it's easy type of factoring. If it's not 1, it's moderate. I don't want to call hard. It's not 3-second question. You may have a few moments of discussion about what factors can be, but it's different, I can tell. Okay, so again, let me pick a question from last time again. Very first question we did, it was x squared 8x 15, right? The very first question on Friday we solved. When I factored x squared 8x and 15, let's put it right underneath this. I have distributed one x to the first parenthesis, the other x into the second parenthesis. So this way x times x is x squared. It made sense. Now I cannot just simply put 1x and 1x there because the number is 2. So guess what I'm gonna do? Today we are going to put 2 and 1. You need to find numbers, two numbers multiplying in 2, and you don't have many options for 2. There are only two factors of 2, which is 2 and 1, itself and 1. Okay? So you pick 2 for the first, 1 for the second. Can we flip it and choose 1 for the first, 2 for the second? Yes, you can, but not required. You can go with any option. Pick one pattern and go with it. So I put 2 and 1. Same idea, and on Friday I determined these question marks, missing pieces, simply answering this. What two numbers multiply to 15? And those numbers must add to 8. The answer was, what was the answer? What two numbers you pick multiply into 15 and add to 18? Is it 1 and 15? Yeah, they multiply to 15, but they add to 16, not 8. So wrong. What other pair you picked?
3 and 5.
3 and 5. 3 times 5 is 15, and 3 plus 5 is 8. It was 3 here and 8 there. Order didn't matter. You could have put 8 first and 3 next. This was all done. Can I do the same thing here? Can you pick two numbers multiplying into 6 and add to 7?
6 and 1.
Okay, yeah, good idea. It's which one you want to pick? 6. This one 6 and this one 1?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay. When you do that, however, somebody already computed that. This is what you said, right? 6 and 1, 6 and 1. Look what you get. When you FOIL it, first terms, f is this, f. O is outside terms. Outside terms is this, O. I is inside terms. I is 6 and x. And L is last terms. What do you get in the middle when you combine O and I? 8x. Just finding what two numbers multiplying to the 6 and adding to 7 is not the correct solution this time. This is false. This is false as well. And this is false as well. So you keep trying and trying. 6, 1, 2, 3, Again, 6, 1, this time the order is reversed. You put the 6 first, 6, 1 next. And then eventually, this is the last chance you have. 3, 2. You flip this order and made 3 first, 2 next. When you try this and foil it, you get 4x and 3x, and voila, this is the true case. So what story did we get here? Today, if the number in front is not 1, you won't simply get the right answer in one shot. It's not simply addition and multiplication of two numbers. You need to consider all cases, all numbers multiplying into 6, all pair of numbers multiplying into 6, and multiply them out, foil them until you get the true matchup. 2x squared 7x plus 6 match the right expansion. Once you choose 3 and 2 in the specific order, everything else is incorrect. 1, 6, 2, 3, 6, 1 are all wrong, 3, 2 is fine. Okay? Alright? Does it make sense? Again, how did they come up with these pairs 1, 6, 2, 3, 6, 1 and 3, 2? They worked out on this number. So this number is essential for us. This is. You always start with the last number and break it into pieces. What numbers 6 can be broken into? 1, 6. What other number 6 can be broken into? 2, 3. Okay? And then you flip order of these as well. So you have 4 options. Okay, one may say, why didn't they try this pair? I have a question. Why didn't they check out this one? -3 and -2. Because -3 and -2, when you multiply them, this is L, last terms, it also makes positive 6. It matches this thing, positive 6. Why didn't they work with -3 and -2? Yeah. As a matter of fact, when you foil them, first terms is 2x squared. Last terms is 6. But outside terms, outside is 2x and -2. Minus 4x. Minus 4x. Inside terms, inside is this, minus 3x. Look what you get. You get negative. And they already knew the middle term was positive. That's why they only picked positive terms here and neglected negative options. Okay? Alright? Make sense? So you can actually reduce the workload. I mean, if you didn't know this, you should have checked all negatives, positives, and spent maybe 20 minutes on this question if you're not very proficient on multiplying things. But once you figure out, oh, the middle term is positive, okay, then we should be dealing with positive numbers here, then you reduce the work by half. Okay? So this table comes very handy. Before you start, check out, predict what kind of numbers you are working with. Here is the story. If the number on the very end is positive, you have a kind of an easy question. Because if the numbers are positive, but the middle term is also positive, then the numbers you're going to come up with here, the pieces here, will be positive, same sign as this one. The last number positive, however, the middle number is negative, then you will end up with negative factors. Got it? Make sense? Alright? So, but you need to verify two things again. First, what is the sign of the last number? Positive. Then you have the middle number positive, then you have positive, positive. Last number positive, middle number negative, you have negative, negative. Alright. If it is C, the number on the very end is negative, then this is a little bit not straightforward. The middle sign is positive or negative. There are two options then. And these terms, factors can be one positive, one negative, but we can never be sure which one, big number or small number, negative or positive, until you multiply out. So you need to try, foil it, and see which one needs to be positive and which one. But what we know for sure is, yeah, they are different signs. But I don't know which one is big, positive, the big number or small number. You need to try this out, test it out, because it's completely unknown. Okay, it's not a fixed result all the time. Sometimes big number is negative, sometimes small number is negative. Okay. Again, if the number on the very end is negative, these two signs must be opposite, different signs. One negative, one positive. They are not the same sign as before. These are same sign, but here different signs. Got it? But if you still, this is too hard for me to keep in mind, I won't memorize this, then unfortunately guys, then you have to check out every positive and negative option here. 8 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you can shorten your work. If this is positive again, signs must match. You can either pick positive signs or negative signs. Don't mix the signs. Plus, minus, won't make positive 6. So you can at least eliminate some by logic. Okay, so 6.3, I set up only small set. There are 4 questions in the homework. Because trial and error method can take longer than expected. I know some of you guys have a hard time seeing those magic numbers. Some of you guys are gifted. They can see, oh, these two are the numbers that makes, okay? So I won't apply any judgment on you. This is not a very trivial method. You need to do a lot of trial and errors and frustrated, keep trying and trying until get the right pair. So I will pass this section a little bit fast because there is a more precise method, step-by-step algorithm that works also same type of questions, which is coming up next. It's called AC method. I want to give you the heads up. It's called AC method. It solves the same questions, same type of questions, more systematic way, okay? But if you get the hang of trial and error method, you can answer questions in 30 seconds. You can shorten the questions, but you need to do maybe solve 20 questions. After that, you get faster. But in an AC method, you never get faster. It's always standard. You always do the same steps. There is no shortcut. In trial and error, you start with very long process, waste a lot of time, but when time passes, you improve yourself and solve a question under 1 minute. So there is room for improvement in trial and error. In AC method, there is no room. You always do the same thing. Okay? I will show both, but first today we do a trial and error. And this is good. It's going to improve your number skills. So do this, please. Okay? So what do? We first factor out any GCF, anything common in these numbers, you need to factor out. Do you see anything common between 10 and 3? Do you? No. So this step 1 is usually skipped. Look, in this question it's skipped as well. There is nothing common between these numbers. There is nothing common between these numbers, 2, -9 and -5. And there is nothing common here as well, 8, 15 and 2. No common divisors of these numbers or factors of these numbers. But there may be an instance, one problem. You may have one number common factor in all 3 numbers. Then you do it, okay? You take it out and then work out the remaining part. Okay, usually step 1 is void or not necessary. Okay, let's continue with the second one. You need to figure out all factors of the number A and number C. This is A, this is C. This is B, this is C. What 2 numbers multiply into 3? What 2 numbers can you break 3 into? 3 and 1, right? Okay? And this one, 3 and 1 as well. Okay? Now, start making your possibilities. You can break 3w squared into 3 and 1w squared, 3w and 1. Fix one order, 3 to the left, w to the right, and do that same order all the time. So 3w, these are my candidates for factoring. 3w, 1w. By the way, do I need to show 1 all the time? Can I wipe this off 1? Yeah, please, you don't have to show 1. If it's 1w, it's the same as w. So it's w, w, and w in all cases. Alright, just keep making these parentheses. I don't know how many options. Until I reach at the true result, I will keep trying and trying. Okay, this is the first pair, how it splits up. Always 3w on the left, 1w on the right. You don't have to flip the order. Second, we are going to now put these numbers to the right. Okay? Now, question is, what kind of signs do you have here? It can be positive 3, positive 1, negative 3, negative 1. Oh, wait a second. I use positive 3, positive 1, but is it always the same order? No, I can take 1 to the right and 3 to the left. Or 1 to the left, 3 to the right, okay? Now, positive 3, positive 1, positive 1, positive 3. I flipped it. Negative 3, negative 1. And negative 1, negative 3. I flipped the order. I can have positive 3, negative 1, and negative 1, positive 3. I have 8 options, right? Correct? And the question is, shall we test all of these out? Shall we test it? Let's use the table. What does table say? Let's check out the signs first. This is a positive, this is a positive. If you have a positive number, then we don't consider this. It's a positive number on the end, right? It's positive. This is positive, C. Then check out the sign of the middle term. If it's also positive, these two numbers must be positive. Perfect. If these two numbers are positive, what do you say about this? False. 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 How many options do you have? How many? You're down to 2 options. Does it make sense what I did? Is it clear? Alright, how many of you guys are 100% with me? Raise hands. Don't be shy, it's okay. Where's your question? Do you have a question? Or?
I'm not really sure what my question is.
Okay, so let me repeat what's going on here. Okay, we start with identifying the first and last numbers and their factors. They split up because we are going to split up these numbers into 2 parentheses. First one split as 3, 1. The second one splits as 3, 1. You don't have a third option. 3, 1, 3, 1. I put 3 and 1, 3 and 1 into first spots all the time. You don't have to reverse the order for this number. You fix an order, 3, 1, 3 first, 1 next. Keep that same order all the time. Well, we are going to flip the order of the second number. I put 3, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3 with flipping signs, with all options of signs. Okay? And then I eliminate the sign options because this table tells me that if both numbers are positive here, you don't have any option but these both numbers should be positive. Okay? So I clear out all negative options because you cannot have a negative number in its factorization of both positive numbers, both positive B and C. Okay? All you need to do is foil it, and see which one happens to be 3w squared, 10w, and 3. How do I foil it? First terms, 3w and w. This is first terms. And it makes 3w squared. Outside terms that are on the left and right corner. 3w and 1 makes 3w. Inside terms, they are in the center, 3 and w, which is 3w. And last terms, they are the second terms in each parenthesis, 3 and 1, which is 3. What does the sum of 3w and 3w make? It's 6w. Did we get this middle term? No. And this was false. I don't even have to check this one. I know 100% sure this is our guy, but I still want to make it. 3w times 3w is 3w squared. 3w times 3 is 9w. 1 times w is w. And 1 times 3 is 3. Because sometimes a polynomial, a trinomial can be prime, and it may not have a factored form. So just because you have only one option left doesn't mean it's correct. It may not be. We call it prime unseparable, unbreakable trinomial. Then you choose non-prime and go to next question. But this one checked out fine because these two make 10 of them. And we're done. Okay? Alright? Okay, how do we type this in? We say this is not prime. Not prime means it's separable. We found one solution, it's separable. Check. And the separation was as 3w plus, which one was the first? Order matters. 3, right? 1. The other one was w plus 3. Check. We're good. Okay, let's take a look at next. Again, how many solution problems you need to solve to be really fast and efficient? You determine the number, but I say at least 10. So just solving 4, finishing this homework is not enough. Take more examples, because every time you're done, you can actually go back and flip the question by try another. You won't lose any credit. You already got the credit for number 1, and try new questions. Once you're done with this one, hit try another one, and you will end up with a new question. Okay? So keep practicing. Just because you you lost credit actually. No, I fixed myself. Actually, that's strange. I hit this one. I already got this one credit. Yeah, I'm sorry. So you need to be careful. If you don't finish that question again, you will lose credit. Okay, next question, second question. 3n squared minus 8n minus 3. Let's set up our candidates. Now, these two rooms will come from the factors of 3. But guess what? How many different factors of 3 do you have? Only, what? 2, 3 and 1, correct? So this is 3n and 1n all the time, 3n and 1n. These are all kind of easy questions in that sense. And if you need more, make more room for them. Next, break 3 and put it here. So it can be 3, 1, 1, 3 with positives first. Wait a second. Does this make sense to you guys? I put positives. I mean, I know 3 breaks as 3 and 1 and 1, 3, right? But does it make sense to put pluses in front of them? How do I know this is not gonna work? Immediately I spot, oh, this is not gonna work. How do I know it?
Because it's negative.
Because
there's negatives in the original question.
Right. Because when you multiply these two numbers, it needs to make the last number. Positive 3 and positive 1 makes positive 3. And this is negative. So can I choose negatives then? How about this? Can I choose instead negative 3 and negative 1? Does it work this time? Because positive didn't work, can I choose negatives? It's gonna work? Just do the math again. Multiply these guys. Do you get negative 3? What is negative 3 times negative 1? Do you get negative 3? Positive. So this doesn't work either. So negative, both negative and both positive options didn't work. So does this mean we have no solution here? No, there are cases we haven't investigated. So both negative, same signs did not work. Then what do we need to do? We need to flip signs. Yeah, try flip versions of them. Choose one positive, one negative. And then you chose this one negative, positive, now choose it negative. You chose negative one, you chose positive, and flip these as well. So I need one more case. I flipped their locations, 1 on the left, -3 on the right. There are only 4 possibilities in this question. The other same signs disappeared. How did I know there are only 4? Because of this one again. I had a negative sign option, negative option, and I had the middle sign. I had the negative option. So I knew already either positive, negative, or negative, positive can be the only options. So that's why I choose positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative with 3, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 3. All different. Alright, let's test. Let's test this out. FOIL it. 3n squared minus 3n positive 3n minus 3. Did it make it? Did this one make -8? When I add these two, what is the total? 0n. They cancel. False. Next. 3n squared plus 9n minus 1n minus 3. What is 9n minus 1n make? 8n. So we got it, right? So this is the right option. We don't have to continue, correct? We got 8. What's wrong? Yeah, this is positive 8. We need to get negative. This is false as well. This is positive, false. Keep going until you arrive the right answer. Once you get the right answer, you don't have to keep checking. Stop and just go to homework and finish off. Alright, 3n and 3n squared. 3n1, 3n minus 3n. Nope, this is not working either because this is 0n. It happened to be the last one, I think. 3n times n, 3n squared. 3n minus 3 is minus 9n. 1n and minus 3. And voila, yeah, that's the right option because this is minus 8n. Okay? This is the right pair. Go finish off your question. Not prime. Any questions? All right, one more to go, and this is your turn because I'm out of tricks. There is nothing new you need to know. All the tricks are all there. Let's see who can factor this quickly. Who's the fastest? Any volunteer? All right, tell me the entire factors.
2a plus 1, and then a minus
What do you think? Any objection? I think that's the right choice. Yes. Good job. So let's test it. Now, how did she get this answer? We first break this number 2. And how convenient this is. 2 only breaks into either 1 or 2. No other option. So I put 2a here and a here. 1 and 2. 1a, 2a. 2a, a. Now you may need more options. But this is just like this previous question. It's a negative number. You can only have opposite signs here. Right? Different signs. Not same sign situation here. All you need to do is now break 5. What two numbers break into 5? Guess what? 5 and 1. 1, 5. 5 and 1. 1. No, they happen to be the same. This one is 1. Look, it's the same pair. Don't go with the same pair. This is wrong. This should be positive 1. You already picked positive 5. We didn't pick positive 1. Negative 5. Negative 1. No, that's not negative 1. Negative 5 and positive 1. Make sure each pair is distinct. Okay? 5, 1, 1, 5, 1, 5, 5, 1. Alright, test it out. This is 2a squared minus 2a plus 5a minus 5. Did it make it? No. 2a squared 10a minus a minus 5. Did it make it? This is positive 9a, almost, except this is minus 9. Didn't make it. Okay, one smart idea. If you got the opposite of what you're supposed to get, simply flip the signs, flip these signs, you will get the right answer. 2a plus 1, a minus 5, where is it? The next one is gonna be the right answer. So actually you can get benefited from the false answers. This is false, but it's not quite distinct. It's negative 9a instead of positive 9a. So we need to just flip the signs of each factor. Flip it. The next one is going to be right then. 2a squared minus 10a plus a minus 5. Yep, this is minus 9a. It's a match. So the last one is incorrect. This is the correct option. Okay? Alright, and the last question. Alright, this is the hardest one. We need to think twice, 3 times here. First off, yeah, try it on your own. I'll give you 2 minutes. Raise hand if you know the answer. Any answers? Too hard, huh? Tell me the factors again.
5w plus 4 and 3w
Minus 4?
no,
Minus 2?
minus 2.
Any different answers? Yeah?
Yeah, 3w plus 2 and 5w minus 4.
Any third answer? I'm not gonna tell you which one is right, you will see in the end. I like wrong answers better than correct answers, so I know I can get a feedback what kind of struggles you're having. So don't be shy, it's okay. You're all here because of a reason. To fix our math, right? Learn something new. So it's okay to be wrong. Alright. If you don't have any... Okay, how many of you guys support the first one? Raise hands. How many of you guys support the second answer? How many of you say, I have no clue how to work this question out? Good. Raise hands, don't be shy. Good. Okay, so first off, look at the question and see, tell me the difference major difference you see between these two questions? In their format, there is a difference. What is it? What is wrong? Yes? What? Yeah. The biggest exponent term, which is this guy, it's not coming first. It was already, this is the biggest exponent, square term. This is the single variable term, first power, single power. And this was the constant term. This is the standard form of trinomials. And you should first put your problem into standard form, this form. So I'm going to start with rearranging terms here so that I can have that 15w squared first. Who's next? Is it minus x next? Who's next? 2w is next. And what is the last term? 8 is last, negative 8. Okay, first thing is first. Rearrange, so largest exponent first. Next, break up possibilities for factors of 15. This time it's different because you don't have a single possibility. First thing that comes to my mind is 15 has two factors. It's itself and 1. It can be 15 and 1, right? But no, there is another pair possible here, which is
3 and 5.
it can be 3 and 5 as well. So this is double problem strength. Okay, this question has double the options of the previous questions because you not only consider 15 and 1 but also 3 and 5. How about 8? How many factors of 8 do you have? 1 and 8. 2 and 4. This has also double options. It's not single as this one. This was only one pair, 1 5. That's it. Here you have 1 8 2 4. Double here, double here. Whoa, so many things to consider. Until you get the right answer, you need to keep trying and trying. Okay? But let's limit our options. What kind of number do you see here? The end number, what is it? It's
Negative.
negative. That means what kind of factors, what sign of factors are you gonna have? If the last number is negative, these two factors you pick must be always opposite signed, different sign. Okay, don't pick both positive or both negative. Okay, so I know when I'm making choices here, I will be choosing opposite sign of these factors. Okay, let's keep trying. First try 15 1 options. 15w, 1w with this pair. 1 and 8, 1 negative, 1 positive. I told you they must be opposite. I can try 15w, 1w, and then I choose the opposite order, 8 and negative 1. 8 goes here, 1 goes there. But look at this. Multiply these things out. You're getting huge numbers, right? Aren't they? 15 and 8 is 120. This is impossible. So you actually have to FOIL this. This is 15w squared minus plus 120w minus w minus 8. Can this make 2w, only 2w in the middle? No, this is immediately off the list. We have to try, unfortunately, all of these. That's why I don't like trial and error until you really have some kind of a feeling how w15 breaks. So I'm trying to show you impossible ways. 15 times w is 15w squared minus 15w plus 8w minus 8. This is not making either, because minus 15 plus 8 is not 2. Okay, so I tried this, didn't work. Let's switch to other one. I didn't try all the options though. There is still, you can make things with 15W and W, like minus 8 plus 1 and 1 and minus 8. Then yes, this will cover all these options, but false, false. I can quickly tell these are false as well. Multiply out, you need to FOIL it to see it. But I can see 15 and minus 8 is not adding. 15 and 8 is 120, huge, false. So I quit this. Now I tried these two. You need to make another 4 pair, and this is not gonna work with this pair as well. So what do I do next? After trying for 10-15 minutes with 15 and 1, I finally quit 15 and 1. Now I pair these up, and then I try another 15 minutes with these. I see it's not gonna work, then I will pair these up, and I will consider these options here. So it is 3W, and 5W options, and 5 and I'm sorry, 2 and 4. 2 and 4, but again negative and positive, they should be opposite. And multiply this out, 15W squared plus 3W times 4, 12W, minus 2 times 5, minus 10W, minus 2 times 4, minus 8, and look at this. Same, right? So we found the right answer. Which one is it? It looks like this is false, is it? No, it's the same. 5W plus 4 on this half, 3W minus 2, this half, this is the right one. So what is wrong with the bottom one? When you FOIL it, it is 15W squared, 3W times minus 4 is minus 12W, 2 times 5 is 10W, and 2 times minus 4 is minus 8. When you add these up, it's minus 2W instead of positive 2W. Okay? So that was a slight mistake, but you got the right pairs anyways, except wrong signs. So what does this question prove to you? What does it say? I only took maybe 1/3 of the options. I tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but maybe there was 15 options you should have checked to get the right answer. What I'm trying to show here is this trial and error method, if you're not really good with numbers, is time consuming. You may spend 30 minutes on this question and still get the wrong answer because you're rushing. You're not good with multiplications. It's time consuming. But what is great about this method is if you really work on the 100 of these questions, you can get the right answers, as some of you guys did, under 1 minute. So you can improve yourself. But it depends on how much you can devote yourself to this exercising. So for those who lack multiplying numbers quickly on top of their head and add them and see it's not making it, there is a new method which I'm going to introduce tomorrow. It's called AC method. It's always the same length. It always takes 3 minutes. So those who can do this question under 1 minute, go with trial and error. But those who can never get it until 30 minutes, yeah, you need to do AC method, which is coming up tomorrow. And prefer one way or another. Trial and error or AC method, or sometimes do both if you have time. But AC method is your savior. Those who are struggling for listing all options and testing them. Okay? Which is tomorrow. But it's not a very quick thing. You need to try and learn AC method with several exercises. Any questions? Again, our exam is on Friday. and it will cover everything until until Wednesday's stuff. So Wednesday will probably be done with AC method. Okay, we'll do AC method tomorrow and a little bit Wednesday. I'm not sure I can finish the next chapter section on Wednesday, but let's see. Okay, I will announce the contents on Wednesday again. Alright, so you're good. Make sure you signed up